Shake Table Lab. The first thing we did was we planned our structure on paper. That way, we have a plan to work with. Next, we built the foundation and started the first story. This secures the tower to the shake table. We started making cross supports and measured the height of the tower. This is important because the tower's first story has to be at least 18 centimeters tall. Next, we started to build the second story. We placed the flooring on our tower and did the finishing touches. We measured the dimensions of our tower to make sure everything was correct. The height of the first story is 18 centimeters and the height of the second story is 21 centimeters. First, we placed one sandbag on the first and second story. We shook it on the shake table and it did not budge. We think that this is a good sign and that it will do good in the final testing. We strengthened the straws by sticking one piece of tape to each side of the straw to keep it from moving around. This part on our tower is probably the strongest part because there are a lot of straws and a bunch of tape. This is our weakest part because there is not a lot of support. We are using the string to keep the sandbags on our tower. This is important because you automatically lose if the sandbags fall off the tower. The way we placed the tape on the tower was by placing one piece of tape on each side of the straw. If we had 2 extra straws, we would place one on the top and one on the bottom, like a center post.
Yeah.
Ready. Cameras on.
3, 2, 1.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh my god!
It's falling off the base.
Yeah, next one is not
It's falling off the base.
Alright, timer.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Oh wow, it's surviving.
This photo is the sensor reading from our tower. The x-axis, green, represents the strongest force in our tower.
My building supported 5 sandbags. It failed on the 6th sandbag. My building failed in the bottom X's. The bottom X's gave away. And then the second story collapsed. If I built the tower over, I would probably put a center X in the middle to keep all the X's on the bottom from collapsing. When building this tower, I learned that X's are very important. I like this lab because it showed me the best way to build an earthquake-proof building.
Our building survived 5 sandbags and collapsed on the 6th one. The building collapsed at the bottom where the straws snapped. If I got to rebuild the building, I would add more supports near sandbags to keep it from bending so much. When building this tower, I learned that the cross supports are very important. I really liked this lab because it taught me the best way to make a building, and it was fun to test and build the buildings.